Hi, welcome.
Hey,
So who are you again?
I'm Ryan Junso Lee, 34 years old, and I own Lee's Leeway. Around 10 years ago, I moved here from Seoul, Korea, with nothing but success in my mind. Money was tight at home, so I decided to travel to the new world in the hope to provide a better life for my family.
My name is Zach Homeless Man, and I knew Ryan Lee to the first day he opened the shop. 10 years ago, when Lee's Leeway opened up, I was actually homeless, living on the streets, but that's when I met him. The moment he opened up the door and turned on the open sign, he threw a $20 bill in my cup and invited me inside. He helped me even though he had very little. That one day, we talked for hours at end, till the end of the day, and he even let me sleep at the store.
Why'd you help him, knowing you didn't even have a lot?
I've been taught to always do unto others as I would have wanted myself. A few weeks after the opening, I had my first encounter with the locals.
So this is the new business in town.
Okay, see you. This continued for a really long time. As a matter of fact, almost the entire time we've been in the business. I never let it get to me though. In fact, it motivated me to prove to society that I'm the same as everyone else.
To be honest, Ryan is probably the most generous person and selfless man I've ever known. We became very good friends and let me live and work with him, getting me off the streets. Every time we were out and saw someone in need, he would never hesitate to help out, always putting others before himself.
Can you describe to us the journey to your success?
On May 10th, 2015, what seemed to be like a normal day turned into something a little more special.
That day, I wanted to pick up a couple groceries, not expecting much. But while I was shopping, we talked.
We had a really nice and meaningful conversation. I learned a lot about him, like how he got to this country and stuff, and he learned a lot about me too. That same day, I ran straight to the office and immediately started working on a report all about Ryan Lee.
I went to go open the shop up and then meet with Zach. He told me that the store had become an overnight success.
Yo, the business became successful overnight. Ryan Lee learns how the man he spoke with the other day was a news reporter and had recommended his store on the news that morning. He continues to serve his customers with a smile on his face.
That day, the same man who stole from me a few months back had came back and trashed my entire store. It really gave us a huge financial step back and almost forced me to close my shop up permanently. Although, I still pushed through. This only motivated me to work harder than ever.
Fast forward a couple of years, Ryan Lee is still the very proud owner of Lee's Leeway and the biggest philanthropist in the province.
Despite all his success and earnings, he still put the community before it.
Yeah, that rapscallion was me. A lot has changed since then, however, especially me. Mr. Lee seriously changed my life around. From a man who disrespected everyone I thought was not fit for this town, to one of his own business partners and best friends.
Hey guys, The video and documentary you just watched was about Ryan Lee, a successful business owner and philanthropist. Being a philanthropist means that he lives a very moral life. Now, what is moral living?
To live a moral life means to treat others the way you want to be treated and differentiate between right and wrong choices that you make. Make moral decisions. Do good to others not just for the feeling of pride, for the sake of the other person. Stand up for what's right and be true to your words. As say yes to something that you keep, then make a promise.
So, what is the source of morality? The source of morality is what we feel is right or wrong. Kind of like natural law, which is naturally knowing what is right and wrong. It can also come from the rights and wrongs in which society agrees on, and what we have learned, which was right and wrong in life. There are also 4 levels of happiness, in which one, Ryan Lee, represents. Laetus, Felix, Beatitudo, and Sublime Beatitudo. Ryan Lee represents number 3, Beatitudo, the happiness that comes from seeing the good in others and doing good for others. He represents this because he helped Zach, homeless man, in a very desperate time. See, he was in the streets, and Ryan Lee came to save his life.
Morality is one's ability to make a good decision through what they believe is true. Morality is something that we choose to follow and is not necessarily mandatory. Now this begs the question, why should we be moral? Being moral not only benefits you, but also those around us. There are 2 main concepts of morality, these being natural law and moral relativism. In natural law, we as humans have a set of values and expectations engraved into our nature. Following these morals benefits other people around us, as it is a universal thought. What we do is what we expect from other people. Treat others the way we would want to be treated. We also do these actions for the common good, to help many people. Now, Ryan Lee shows all of this when he decides to help Zach, homeless man, when he gives him money, even though he is a poor immigrant and has very little. He decides to put his own needs aside and to help out those in need. As that is what he would have wanted if he were in his shoes. As well, following the theological and cardinal virtues, we're able to better ourselves and help others around us. The theological virtues of faith, hope, and love can help us get a better connection with God and deepen our faith. The cardinal virtues of prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance help us to create good relationships with others and to better ourselves as people.
Now, how can we as a society be moral? One of the ways is embracing and moral decision making. How can you make moral decisions? Follow this simple acronym. STOP. S, search out the facts. T, think about the alternatives and the consequences. O, others can help you make decisions. And P, pray for guidance. Now, in the documentary, Ryan Lee demonstrates and implies his moral decision making by using this acronym. He searched out the facts, thought about the alternatives and consequences, let other people help him make good decisions, and pray for guidance. With this method in mind, you can have a better understanding between right and wrong and what's best for everyone.
This is my song, and no one can take it